Shabbat Shalom, you guys. I hope everybody had a good Shabbat. I'm going to go ahead and read the Torah portion. It's called Vayelech, and that means he went. Deuteronomy 31, chapter 31, verse 1 through chapter 31, verse 30. So Moses continued to speak these words to all Israel, and he said to them, I am 120 years old today. I am no longer able to go out and come in. Yahuwah has said to me, you shall not go over this Jordan. Yahuwah your God himself will go over before you. He will destroy these nations before you, so that you shall dispossess them. And Joshua will go over at your head, as Yahuwah has spoken. See that? Joshua will go in over Moses' head, not Yahusha, Jesus, Baal. Right there. We're taught this in the Torah portion itself. It says right there. He will destroy these nations before you, so that you shall dispossess them. And Joshua will go over at your head, Moses, as Yahuwah has spoken. And Yahuwah will do to them as he did to Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, and to their land, when he destroyed them. And Yahuwah will give them over to you, and you shall do to them according to the whole commandment that I have commanded you. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them. For it is Yahuwah your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Then Moses summoned Joshua and said to him in the sight of all Israel, be strong and courageous, for you shall go with this people into the land that Yahuwah has sworn to their fathers to give them, and you shall put them in possession of it. It is Yahuwah who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Let me check the volume on here. I don't know what it's at. Speakers are at 84%. We should be alright. Okay. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Still recording? Still recording. Okay. Then Moses wrote this law and gave it to the priest, the sons of Levi, who carried the Ark of the Covenant of Yahuwah, and to all the elders of Israel. Okay, so Joshua was an Ephraimite, right? Isn't that what we read? But he was still appointed. Yahuwah said, I don't care what your bloodline is. You're an Ephraimite, and we're going to do this. So you're going to be over the priesthood, and you're going to make sure, basically, that they do not go astray and worship other gods. See this? Watch. We're going to watch this unpack right now. At the end of every 7 years, at the set time in the year of release, at the Feast of Booths, when all Israel comes to appear before Yahuwah your God at the place that he will choose, you shall read this law before all Israel in their hearing. Assemble the people, men, women, and little ones, and the sojourner within your towns, that they may hear and learn to fear Yahuwah your God. And be careful to do all the words of this law, and that their children who have not known it may hear and learn to fear Yahuwah your God, as long as you live in the land that you are going over the Jordan to possess. And Yahuwah said to Moses, behold, the day approach when you must die. Call Joshua and present yourselves in the tent of meeting, that I may commission him. And Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves in the tent of meeting. And Yahuwah appeared in the tent in a pillar of cloud, and the pillar of cloud stood over the entrance of the tent. And Yahuwah said to Moses, behold, you are about to You are about to lie down with your fathers. Then this people will rise and whore after the foreign gods among them in the land that they are entering. And they will forsake me and break my covenant that I have made with them. See that? What is the God of this civilization? It can be none other than Yahusha, Jesus, because of the New Testament. The New Testament is sent to test you, to see if you genuinely love our Father. If you genuinely love Him, you will not stray to other gods. You won't do it. Because right here it tells you that you're going to. Do you really want to be that fulfillment of prophecy? Do you really want to be part of that? That's a horrible position to be in, because those people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because they refuse to go and research where the New Testament really came from. They want to sit there and believe the ways of the world, what their grandparents taught them, what all they've known, what their comfort has allowed them to stay comfortable in. That comfort zone. So where are Yahuwah's chosen that are going to research this out? Because I don't see very many people doing much research. And that's okay, because they don't value their salvation. That's their prerogative. They're the ones who are just going to be destroyed. You know, it's troubling that so many people think that following Jesus, following anything from the New Testament, is blasphemy and against Yahuwah. Alright, I don't care how it's spelled, okay? I spell it whatever, okay? Unless He tells me, no, you're spelling it wrong. And I'm sure you will at some point, because I probably don't have it right either, and I'm not going to sit there and say I do. Because I don't. I'm not going to sit there and claim something. No way. Alright, I'm just a messenger, and I get what Yahuwah gives me. Alright, so if anybody's got a problem with that, they need to take it up with Him, because I'm putting out what He puts in my head. So you have a problem with it, you take it up with Him. I can't post what you want me to post, because I haven't gotten to the research that you have. So back off. Anyway, let's get back to the reading. And Yahuwah said to Moses, Behold, you are about to lie down with your fathers. Then this people will rise and whore after the foreign gods among them in the land that they are entering, and they will forsake me and break my covenant that I have made with them. Then my anger will be kindled against them in that day. You guys need to do like a search in the Bible. If you guys have the NIV Bible Gateway I use, because I like the way it's all audio and it sounds like it's being acted out. I like it a lot. It's cool. And this is a message. It's really, there's nothing different really. But because it's a storyline that I'm following. So I'm just telling you what it reads as a story. And this is what we're told. Because that's the way we're supposed to be reading the Bible. Because it's testimonies, it's stories of other prophets. And that's what we're supposed to keep true. Amos 3:7 says that unless Yahuwah reveals it to His prophets, you don't believe it. Go look it up if you think I'm lying. That's exactly what it means. That's why we have Amos 3:7 where it says, what does it say? Right? He has to run everything by His prophets first. In the future, present, past, whatever you want to look at it as. He has to run it by them. And that's His promise to us. That His prophets' testimonies are what we're supposed to live by. So, then my anger will be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them and hide my face from them, and they will be devoured, and many evils and troubles will come upon them. You see that? See, you want to put your trust in the foreign gods of this civilization, this period, and our civilization, right? You want to do that for this generation? You go right on ahead. You're going to be destroyed. You better wake up and realize that you need to come back to Yahuwah. There's no playing around here. There's no wiggle room. None whatsoever. All right. And many evils and troubles will come upon them, so that they will say in that day, have not these evils come upon us, because our God is not among us? And I will surely hide my face in that day, because of all the evil that they have done, because they have turned to other gods. That's what the Tanakh is all about. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And you're warned throughout the whole entire Tanakh, don't do it. Then you go and you read the New Testament, because the world introduces it to you. The Freemasons of this world, the ones who are heavily influenced by Plato, right, and Philo. Go research those. They'll put a shocker that the book of Hebrews has a direct quote from Plato, exactly verbatim. So whoever wrote Hebrews, which the author is unknown, listen to me. Go do your own research. Don't believe what I say. Seriously. Now therefore write this song and teach it to the people of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the people of Israel. For when I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey, which I swore to give to their fathers, and they have eaten and are full and grown fat, they will turn to other gods and serve them, and despise me and break my covenant. And when many evils and troubles have come upon them, this song shall confront them as a witness, for it will live unforgotten in the mouths of their offspring. Right? Yeah. Let me read that again. And when many evils and troubles come upon them, this song shall confront them as a witness, for it will live unforgotten in the mouths of their offspring. For I know what they are inclined to do, even today, before I have brought them into the land that I swore to give. So Moses wrote this song the same day and taught it to the people of Israel. Right? Okay. And what does it say that our Messiah David is? He is none other than the hero of Israel's song. You can read about that in 2 Samuel. Go research it. I'm telling you, go research it. And Yahuwah commissioned Joshua the son of Nun and said, be strong and courageous, for you shall bring the people of Israel into the land that I swore to give them in. Oh, okay, see that? I will be with you. Joshua, guys, not Jesus. And don't say, oh, well, Joshua is a type and shadow of Jesus, of Yahusha. No, they say that Joshua is a type and shadow of Yahusha, Jesus, Baal. No, he's not. Quit creating a character and someone that's not that person, because Joshua was set apart for Yahuwah, not no Jesus. Yeah. And Yahuwah commissioned Joshua, all right. When Moses had finished writing words of this law in a book to the very end, Moses commanded the Levites who carried the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah, take this book of the law and put it by the side of the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah your God, that it may be there for a witness against you. For I know how rebellious and stubborn you are. Behold, even today, while I am yet alive with you, you have been rebellious against Yahuwah. How much more after my death? Right? Assemble to me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears and call heaven and earth to witness against them. For I know that after my death you will surely act corruptly and turn aside from the way that I have commanded you. And in the days to come evil will befall you, because you will do what is evil in the sight of Yahuwah, provoking him to anger through the work of your hands. What are you doing? You're making gods out of the world here by following the New Testament, because that's where your God is found. So if you're going to sit there and say that Yahuwah has a son that comes to die for your sins, if you're going to be saying John 3:16, right? You learned that. I learned that in a Awana class when I lived in Tucson, Arizona, because that's where I'm from. Okay, and I remember going to Awana, and they said, well, you gotta memorize John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Where the hell does Yahuwah say that? Where do his prophets say that? You want to sit there and say that that's some Isaiah 7? Really? You show me where that's Isaiah 7. Because the sign was given to King Ahaz for a reason. And it was to prophesy about his son coming, first of all, because Hezekiah means what? Go look it up. Strength of Yahuwah, might of Yahuwah, something like that, right? Right. Okay, so what was said about this child? Right? Wonderful Counselor, Everlasting Father. What did they call him? If you do any kind of research on Hezekiah, you will see that it...
What?
Oh goodness, she's freaking out.
Is that Cricket Grain from Big City Grains? Is that Cricket Grain?
I'm recording a video. Okay. Anyway, you go and research Hezekiah, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Let's just finish it out. The Song of Moses. Here we are. Then Moses spoke the words of this song until they were finished in the ears of all the assembly of Israel. Okay? Now, let's move on to the Haftorah. Let's see what the Haftorah has to say. This one is going to be Isaiah 55, chapter 55, verse 6, through chapter 56, verse 8. Seek Yahuwah while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return to Yahuwah, that he may have compassion on him, and to our God, for he will abundantly... Hey, I'm recording here. That's so rude.
Cricket jumped on my bed.
Okay, you little
Cricket
scaredy cat of a... Okay, please, quiet. Alright. That he may have compassion on him and to our God. Okay? For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares Yahuwah. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return there, but water the earth, making it bring forth and sprout, giving seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I purpose, and shall succeed in the thing for which I sent it. For you shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills before you shall break forth into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Instead of the thorn shall come up the cypress, instead of the briar shall come up the myrtle, and it shall make a name for Yahuwah, an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off. Okay? You see that? His name cannot come yet until that time. So everyone who wants to sit there and say that, oh, Yahuwah gave me the name, you're not telling the truth, okay? You're looking at things in your own eyes, because he says right here he doesn't do it until that time. So until that time, don't claim it. Otherwise, you're a liar and you're misleading Yahuwah's people, okay? So you need to really think about who you're leading here. You're leading Yahuwah's people when you're going to sit there and say something like that. So you better make sure that you're really hearing from Yahuwah. I'm serious. Like, I'm just giving you what it says in his word. In his Haftorah, actually. So, thus says Yahuwah, keep justice and do righteousness, for soon my salvation will come, right? His salvation, not his son's salvation. No. You guys are making that up. That is wrong. There's nowhere in here that says that. Okay? Blessed is the man who does this, and the Son of Man who holds it fast, who keeps the Sabbath, not profaning it, and keeps his hand from doing any evil. Let not the foreigner who has joined himself to Yahuwah say, Yahuwah will surely separate me from his people. Right? And let not the eunuch say, Behold, I am a dry tree. For thus says Yahuwah to the eunuchs who keep my Sabbaths, who choose the things that please me, and hold fast my covenant, I will give in my house and within my walls a monument and a name, better than sons and daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. And the foreigners who join themselves to Yahuwah to minister to him. Hey, can you guys keep it down in there?
Yeah, but the creek getting around and it's gonna jump all over us.
Shh. And the foreigners who join themselves to Yahuwah to minister to him, to love the name of Yahuwah, and to be his servants, everyone who keeps the Sabbath and does not profane it, and holds fast my covenant, these I will bring to my holy mountain and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices will be accepted on my altar. So right now, if you're doing sacrifices and you're doing offerings, burnt offerings, you're not getting any kind of reward for doing that, because Yahuwah said in Jeremiah 7, I believe it is, it says, when I took you out of the wilderness, I told you don't be doing no sacrifices. I told you don't do it because you're coming out of the wilderness. You're coming out of Egypt, right? You came out of Egypt. That's what it says. So we're not supposed to be doing that until, right here, till that time. We're still talking about that time, that set apart time, okay? So it says, for my house shall be called a house of prayer. For all the peoples, Yahuwah God, who gathers the outcasts of Israel, declares, I will gather yet others to him, besides those already gathered. Alright, so let me tell you something. I've got people who are coming to my Facebook, and I don't even know them. Alright, there's already been like 5,000, but Yahuwah is sifting them out and getting rid of them. Blocking them, they're blocking me, whatever, because they can't handle the truth. They can't handle that Yahuwah wants everybody to come back to him, and they want to make their belief in this idol that is a modern day Baal. And we're told that this happens because Yahuwah comes and he says, I'm going to test you guys with that New Testament. Come on, it's a play on words. Let's wake up. It's not rocket science. But I'm going to end it here because I don't do the gospel crap, because that's New Testament and I don't do it. So I want to say good night to everybody, and I hope that you have a great rest of your night, rest of your Shabbat, and Shalom.